When the Birds Forget to Fly, romantic drama novel, narrated version. Chapter 1. A Name Written by the Wind. In the heart of Lisbon, where the Atlantic sings to the old stones and the narrow streets carry the scent of sawdade, Ina lived a quiet life among paintbrushes and silence. At 34, she restored art pieces at the National Museum and often found comfort in bitter coffee and solitude. But there was something missing. A shadow without shape. A whisper she couldn't name. Every Friday at sunset, she visited the lighthouse of Santa Maria, sitting alone with a strange, unshakable feeling, as if someone was meant to meet her there. She didn't know who, or when. Chapter 2. The Stranger at the Lighthouse. One rainy afternoon, while restoring a 19th century portrait of a woman with unreadable gray eyes, Ina discovered a faded phrase hidden behind the canvas. "We promise to meet again when the birds forget how to fly." Her hands trembled, not because of the words, but because they felt hers. Familiar, like a sentence once spoken in a forgotten dream. That same evening, at the lighthouse, a man was already sitting on her bench. Dark, curly hair, storm gray eyes, and a leather notebook on his lap. "Is this your place?" he asked with a calm voice, as if they knew each other. "Only if you measure it in memories," she replied. He smiled, as though her answer made perfect sense. His name was Elias. Chapter 3. The Connection. Ina and Elias started meeting every Friday, without planning it. Their conversations danced between art and poetry, dreams and déjà vu. Elias confessed something strange. He had no memory of his life before 18. "Like waking up in the middle of a book," he said. "All I had was a note in my pocket. Don't search. It will come back to you." Ina felt something deep stir inside her. That sentence hurt like an old wound. They fell into rhythm, two souls, orbiting something unnamed. When they finally kissed, it was like breathing after being underwater too long. But the kiss also left a painful echo, as if something had fractured. Chapter 4. Shadows of the Past. More strange things followed. They shared identical dreams afield, full of motionless birds. They drew the same spiral symbol with broken wings without discussing it. And one night, Elias read her a poem he'd written in a dream. Ina froze. She pulled a crumpled paper from her pocket. The same poem. Her handwriting. That was the beginning of the unraveling. Ina began researching forgotten archives, and Elias delved into mystical philosophy. Eventually, she found an old sealed file at the museum. Project Orpheus. An experiment from 1952, conducted by philosophers and scientists, trying to prove that two souls could stay bonded through memory transference even after death. Two names were listed: Anna and Eli. Their bodies were buried side by side at the Prazeres Cemetery. Chapter 5. The Truth Beneath the Stone. Ina visited the gravesite. A broken tombstone. Two names. A final phrase: "We will meet again when the birds forget how to fly." It was them. Somehow. Reborn. Rejoined. She ran to the lighthouse. Elias was there, but this time, he didn't smile. "You remember now?" he asked. She nodded, eyes full of tears. "So do I." They embraced, shivering with grief and wonder. Memories returned, a love forbidden in their past life, a promise made to meet again. They had chosen to forget, just to be given a second chance. But that chance was built on fragile time. Chapter 6. A Circle, Not a Line. A week later, Elias disappeared. He left a letter. "Ina, the experiment was never about eternity. It was a circle, not a line. We had to meet again to let go. But this time, I choose to remember you. Don't search for me. You'll come back to me when it's time." She searched anyway. Years passed. She returned to the lighthouse every Friday. She continued her art restoration and, one day, found herself restoring the same portrait from long ago. Under a second layer of paint, another image, her own face, and beneath it, a message in the same handwriting: "When birds fly without wings, I'll find you in another form." Epilogue. The Woman with Seeds. Ina is now an old woman. Every Friday, she sits by the lighthouse with seeds in her pockets. They call her the Bird Lady, though no one understands why. But some evenings, a man with storm gray eyes appears and sits beside her. They say nothing. They don't need to, because this time they will not forget. The end.